In February 2013, the Los Angeles Police Department released a piece of surveillance footage that would quickly become one of the most dissected videos on the internet. It showed a 21-year-old Canadian student named Elisa Lam inside a hotel elevator. The recording captures her behaving erratically. She presses multiple buttons, peers cautiously out into the hallway, and quickly steps back. She repeatedly enters and exits the car, making strange, fluid hand gestures, all while the elevator doors remain inexplicably wedged open. This took place at the infamous Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. The location immediately fueled speculation. Over several decades, the property had built a dark reputation, tied to multiple suicides, violent crimes, and even temporary stays by known serial killers. Nearly 3 weeks after she disappeared, a maintenance worker finally found her body inside one of the massive industrial water tanks supplying the hotel, located on the seemingly inaccessible rooftop. The combination of the unsettling elevator footage and the impossible-seeming location of her body sent the internet into overdrive. Millions of viewers analyzed the tape, declaring her death the result of a paranormal entity or a complex murder plot. But solving this case requires setting aside the ghost stories. By systematically dissecting the physical evidence, a grounded, factual reality emerges. Elisa Lam was a student at the University of British Columbia, known to her friends as intelligent and creative. On her blog, she openly and thoroughly documented her ongoing struggles with bipolar disorder and depression. When she arrived in Los Angeles and checked into the hotel, she initially shared a hostel-style room. Her roommates quickly reported odd, disruptive behavior to the management, which prompted the staff to move her into a private room. She made a habit of checking in with her parents every single day of her solo trip, so when January 31st arrived and the communication suddenly stopped, her family immediately panicked and flew to California. The Los Angeles Police Department launched a massive search effort. Officers deployed search dogs and swept her room, the surrounding streets, and the hotel grounds and rooftop. Looking at this top-down schematic of the hotel rooftop, we can see the critical blind spot in that initial operation. The search path covered the surface of the roof, but officers explicitly bypassed the interiors of those 4 large water tanks. 19 days passed. It wasn't until hotel guests began complaining about weak water pressure and dark, strange-tasting water coming from their taps that maintenance workers finally climbed up to inspect the tanks. This discovery raised a logistical question that obsessed online sleuths. How could a guest bypass the hotel's locked roof doors, which were rigged to sound an alarm if opened? Later investigations revealed that the main doors weren't the only way up. There were alternate routes that completely bypassed the security systems. The existence of unalarmed exterior fire escapes provided a clear, completely unobstructed path straight to the top of the building. Once on the roof, the next physical hurdle was the water tank itself. Early media reports were incredibly inconsistent. Some outlets claimed the heavy lid was found firmly shut, suggesting an accomplice must have locked her inside. Other reports said it was open. This single piece of bad reporting fueled years of conspiracy theories. This 3D diagram shows the massive water tanks, accessible via a top metal hatch. Police confirmed the lid was open, making it physically possible to climb inside unaided. But as the hotel used water, the level dropped. With smooth metal walls, the opening became unreachable. The tank functioned as a simple physical trap. Once someone entered, the internal mechanics and fluctuating water levels offered no way to escape. With the physical logistics explained, the coroner's autopsy report provides the final, definitive counter to the internet's theories of foul play. The medical examiner found absolutely zero evidence of physical assault, no signs of sexual assault, no defensive wounds, and no internal trauma. Instead, the toxicology report provided a more direct explanation, as it analyzed the concentration of her prescribed medications. The blood tests revealed a crucial detail. The trace amounts of her medication indicated she had not been taking her pills consistently. For someone managing severe bipolar disorder, suddenly stopping or inconsistently taking prescription mood stabilizers can trigger a medical event known as acute psychosis. Acute psychosis is a terrifying break from reality. The symptoms include extreme paranoia, severe confusion, and intense auditory and visual hallucinations. The elevator footage documents a severe mental health crisis. Every erratic movement was a reaction to an internal threat, showing a person desperately attempting to hide from a danger only she could perceive. The drive to find a cinematic mystery in the Cecil Hotel turned a young woman's nightmare into internet entertainment. The evidence shows a direct path from a missed dose of medication to a devastating hallucination, leaving us with the heartbreaking reality of untreated mental illness.